for like a solid 45 seconds.
It's lit.
About that. That is...
Thank you.
Can I get some pogs for Hunk in the chat? I would very much appreciate that. But what just happened to WebbJP right there is exactly why I start X and Y before every single match that I play to make sure that that doesn't happen. It's very important. Some players, you know, because that could have happened halfway through the game.
Oh, yeah.
That could have happened halfway through the game, and then what do? Reset? Will the player do it for you? That's not even necessarily a given. Do you reset from that situation? It becomes a sort of gray area where you're like, no, it's okay, man, but you want to take the W at the same time, and it's such a simple fix. Here we're on Wi-Fi, happened to him at the beginning of the game, so it's not a big deal. But what is a big deal is how we might lose a stock right here to...
Yeah, like he really put on that percent. Like he got even more of a bear chain than last time, and that's something that like WebbJP is gonna have to watch out for. Is just take the DI out and like try to look out for Beast mixing up with the up B. Right. Beast does end up taking the first stock, but WebbJP looks like he's just about found his momentum. Ooh, the downer locks. He's too slow on that, but if you are fast enough on that downer, you can keep linking it into itself for multi-hits.
Very true, especially because of the lack of being able to tech grounded spikes in this game. It'll pop you up once, and then it'll pop you right back down again with the spike. It's sort of the thing that Lucas players do. They'll do it once, they'll start hitting you with the first few hits in the multi-hit, which will drag you back down to the stage, back down to where you're in a standing position, especially if you get comboed at low percent, and then boom, that's when the last spike hitbox comes back out, and you're stuck on the ground, and then you pop up again, and that is how Lucas keeps doing those downers over and over. That is why they're so difficult and annoying to get out of.
Yeah, it's weird. They got rid of his down throw like footstool loops, but they just gave him more loops.
Yeah, they just gave him some different fruit loops, basically. I mean, because they got, as that up smash takes the stock, I mean, they got rid of those just because, like, you can, first of all, they don't work anymore, and even if they did, you can tech footstools in this game now, so it's not really a big deal. But even if they didn't, like I said, they basically gave him Project M Lucas combos and just those downers over and over and over again, just dragging out. It's such a difficult thing. And here you go, the aerial's back out again. This is why I talk about Lucas in this way. It is so, so important for you to stay grounded against this character, especially when you are the one who's in advantage. His air attacks, amazing. Absolutely amazing, and they'll all link into each other. His ground ones, not always so much unless you get close.
Yeah, and he's so good at, like, catching landings too. That's like something that like a lot of people may even like sleep on. Like his pivot grab's phenomenal. His side B is like, it goes so far, and it straight up even kills, or at very least when you like advantage. Speaking of side B killing, dying at 148.
Not the percent you want to be dying at.
Yeah, like as Charizard, you definitely like if you live to 160, that's a great stock. Alright, so, I love how he's going for these mix-ups, because, like, Webb, alright, that's death. But, yeah, Webb is, like, so on top of, like, the Razor Leaf follow-ups, it keeps, like, he knows to immediately air dodge, like, when he can get away with air dodging. But Beast being, like, such a proficient, Pokemon trainer, that, like, he's like, alright, you may air dodge this, but that's just free mix.
Pretty much, yeah, and he did such a good job at, like, keeping that sort of mid-range distance in the moves where he knows he can. And that's sort of a benefit of Ivysaur as well, you know, that he was able to just like safely forward smash him right there. Basically, he was only at 15% from that safe distance, from the sort of, not even, it wasn't too close, that sort of mid-rangey against Lucas, which I've said before is such a good place to really be against him if you're in that sort of situation. And it was good on Beast to know that, going up 1-0 over WebbJP safely and surely, taking out that first stock, that last stock from him with the forward smash.
Yeah, like that. The S smash also like went under his forward air, because like you could see that like he started up his animation, and that really like that hurt him, because that like when you do certain attacks, it launches your hurt box like forward. All right, just starting out with the neutral B. Funnily enough, like Beast was actually getting like a lot of momentum off the neutral Bs versus REA. So you know, maybe he's thinking about doing a similar thing versus WebbJP's landing options.
For sure, it's going to be really easy for him to be able to catch those. But we talk about landing options. We talk about the quadruple up air right there, the scoops.
Yeah.
Talking about disadvantage and trying to get it out of it.
Ivysaur
had to do it against Lucas.
Yeah, Ivysaur had like no real way to get down, which is like one of like his that's like the major downside of both Ivysaur and Charizard is they don't have great ways to land. Unlike Squirtle doesn't have the best way to land, but he's much faster and he's like a lot safer on shield, so you can use that. Wow, what a grab.
And done. Easily confirm and out of the down tilt. It's such an annoying thing. Like I said, really important to stay grounded against Lucas, but it's important to stay grounded and know your distance, know your limitations against this character in certain situations, because if he just starts to hit you with that down tilt, it'll confirm into all sorts of things, and it'll poke you all kinds of places you don't want to be poked, like right there. There you go.
Yeah, that down tilt's like practically safe on shield too. You can kind of just keep on going for it, and like you just have to wait a little bit and just like roll away, or just, you know, maybe spot dodge, press a button.
It's reminiscent of Rob's.
Yeah.
Reminiscent of Rob's, honestly. It starts and ends so quickly that even if you could react to it, it's just pretty much impossible because of how quickly the move ends, you know?
Yeah,
not impossible, just really annoying.
Beast right now really like doing like he's starting to wait on his follow-ups, like especially his back airs. So WebbJP needed to really watch out for like how he picks his defensive options, because like since Beast is waiting, like if he decides to pick a bad defensive option, Beast won't be in like the lag of like trying to go for a follow-up, and you can just kind of kill him for it with like forward smashes and up smashes like he has been. Wow, what a bar grab! I guess maybe the ending of the forward tilt kind of put his hurt box out there, but still, he kind of got scooped. Ooh, trying to go for... He was really hoping for a down air follow-up, but doesn't knock up high enough. Yeah, like this is really crucial for Beast, because the more WebbJP can zone him out, like the harder it's going to be for him to come back.
Oh yeah, absolutely, because then even when you get in, he'll start to hit you with one neutral air, which can lead to all sorts of things. He popped up at just the perfect spot where he wasn't able to get any follow-ups, but not that time. He was towards the left side of the platform, able to quickly lean off and get that up air. And this is not a deficit that Ivysaur can't come back from. All he's got to do is get Lucas in disadvantage once, and then that could be a virtually even game, but not if he drops his punishes like that. But just as I say that, even on shield, he's still going. Backer on the block as well.
Something like that's really interesting about Beast is like he's so proficient in his spacing that like even if he drops like the combo, he's still in the position to threaten you with his options. And that's something like very important for like in Ultimate, is like being able to continuously threaten people in space, considering how fast this game is. Ooh, great shield, such great shield discipline.
Good shield discipline from Beast, good shield cross out by WebbJP, not going for the grab to go away, and that move is
he gets
just
down smashed.
Bigger than my dreams and aspirations.
It's quite a meaty hitbox. Yeah, it's just like, it just goes through stage. It's probably one of the better two-frame options in the game. Dare I say, even one of the best. But yeah, like
absolutely.
Beast went for that that flare blitz, because like a lot of times in those scenarios, WebbJP would go for a short hop, like a short hop flare. Like he was really trying to scout out a short hop forward air, or like the short hop B reverse PK fire to get like backwards momentum and space out. But yeah, let's see if you can take this game 3.
That's my response to that. Yes. Moving my mic in, being quieter. Internalize it. We're on game 3, Pokemon Stadium once again.
All right.
Starting with Ivysaur this time.
He's definitely been doing that every match. Like Squirtle, like matchup wise, I can see why he's not playing Squirtle, because like I feel like Squirtle can kind of get like outboxed in certain spots, even though he's really fast and like can keep up with Lucas's speed, and like kind of get zoned as well. But also just the fact that it's like Wi-Fi and it's very hard to react to, like, because Squirtle has very little time on his like punishing combos to react to like which way the DI.
Yeah, it's definitely a difficult thing to do. I mean, at that low percent. I mean, I also think that Beast Ivysaur is kind of slept on just a little bit. I mean, I think most people know how good it is at this point. I mean, but I think like some people just underrate it just in comparison to his Charizard, which I think is indisputably the best of his 3 characters.
Oh, yeah, he told me like so much about Charizard. Like I was watching him, I'm like, wait, Charizard could do that? Like he did like back throw F smash, back throw dash tech, like. He really just makes his character look like a lot better than like the character might seem.
Oh yeah, I mean, people have different mixed opinions about the Pokemon. I'm not here to necessarily talk about that, but, you know, Charizard definitely nothing to slouch on as well. Even stocks here from before. Which one gets the feed first? It is WebbJP trying to continue that onslaught. No back air, actually. Instead, trying to sink down with a neutral air, but not getting the confirmation. Either way, it's good damage, as Lucas is one to do.
You can you probably can barely squeeze out the Nair, but you didn't get the full drift on the behind drift on the Nair. Like you can see how towards the very end he was drifting in. All right, it lands Nair on shield. The buff's really helping out, making it a lot safer. Ooh, he's going for these tech chases.
I can't think of anything scarier than pressing a button on Lucas's shield.
That's twice.
Speaking of no fear, he goes for it.
That's two. Oh my goodness, that's the second time he's done that in this match. What I was trying to say is that if this up throw should take the stock, yeah, that's one thing that you don't got to worry about if you're a Lucas player, scaling any kill throws.
Oh yeah, he has 3 of them.
He literally has 3.
Interesting stuff for Beast going for the up tilt, run the double up here. It might either A, be an input thing, but I think more so if he's trying to catch those air dodges. Because the up tilt is way faster than the up air, so if he does air dodge away, he can catch it. Oh, this could be pretty bad, but able to get back on ledge.
I like how we tried to catch a quick, too quick of a ledge get up coming out from WebbJP. He just did the instant down there just to sort of cover his bases on the way up from the ledge. I think that was really, really smart from Beast. And here you go, with one bad defense.
Oh my god.
So unfortunate. WebbJP, had he read the DI, that could have been game for him, but instead, because he was he had Charizard, he actually dies for going for his kill confirm just because he misreads which way he pops up. And that's really unfortunate. You're in a 50-50 scenario, and you guess wrong, so you die rather than just reset neutral. Unlike most 50-50s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so calling out
you have an option.
2 jumps.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say calling out 2 jumps and then an up D out of shields is what happened here.
Wow.
And that's something JP lands all of the time. That dare into whatever infinity place it goes, but be sniffing it out.